Let me tell you something. This world will come at you with everything it's got: failure, betrayal, loss, pain, weakness, insecurity, judgment, hate. It will try to break you, shake you, and bury you. But there's a version of you that doesn't flinch. There's a version of you that doesn't crack under pressure, doesn't fold when life throws chaos in your face. That version is UNF***. You don't get there by luck. You don't get there by wishing. You get there by building yourself brick by brick in the dark when no one's watching. You earn it in the suffering. You earn it when you choose discipline over comfort, when you choose purpose over pleasure, when you choose the warpath instead of the easy road. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Most people walk through life as cowards. Harsh, yeah, true, even more so. They run from anything that burns. They flinch at discomfort like it's fire. But if you want to become CKWITHABLE, you've got to do the opposite. You've got to chase that fire. You've got to live in the pain. You've got to train your mind to see discomfort as your daily bread, not your enemy, your fuel. Comfort is the slow killer. It's seductive. It whispers, take a day off. It convinces you that mediocrity is okay, that good enough is enough, that staying warm, safe, and comfortable is what life's about. But let me ask you, how many kings were born from comfort? How many warriors came out of warm beds and easy lives? None. Zero. Every beast was forged in fire. If you want to become different from the average, you've got to do what the average never dares to do. You've got to get uncomfortable on purpose. You've got to make it your lifestyle. That means waking up when your bed is warm and your body is aching. That means training when no one's watching. That means pushing past the point of exhaustion, not once, not twice, but every damn day. Discomfort is the birthplace of growth. You think you build strength when you're feeling great. Hell no. You build strength when you're broken, when your body is screaming to quit and you whisper back, just one more rep. That's where the transformation begins. That's where the real you is born. You don't just dip your toes in the fire, you live in it. That's the difference between those who break and those who bend. Weak people avoid the grind, they make excuses. They say, I'm tired, I'm sore, I'm busy. The UNF***, they say, bring it on. They say, pain is my partner now. You want to train for life, you better simulate chaos every day, wake up early. Take cold showers, lift heavy, run far, challenge your mind, challenge your body. Put yourself in situations that scare you. Volunteer for the hard things. Stand in the face of fear and say, you don't run this show, I do. Because once you condition yourself to be comfortable in discomfort, you become untouchable. People can talk, life can hit, the weather can change, the economy can crash, it doesn't matter. You've already adapted to the chaos. You are the chaos, you are forged steel. Bent, hammered, hardened, let them stay soft, let them run from the storm. You are the storm, you don't react to pain. You respond with force. You don't shy away from the suck, you dive into it, because you know every second inside that furnace is building a version of you that most people can't even imagine. So next time you're faced with something that hurts, good. Next time your mind tells you to quit, perfect. That's your cue to dig deeper. That's your cue to lean in. That's your training ground, your sharpening stone, your battlefield. Don't just survive the discomfort. Dominate it, learn to smile in the suffering, learn to love the process, because once you're numb to the pain, once you crave it, once you start hunting it down daily, nobody can touch you. No insult, no failure, no setback, no enemy, no adversity can rattle you. You are battle-tested. This isn't a mindset, it's a lifestyle. Being comfortable being uncomfortable is a skill. It's something you earn every single day, and when you master it, you walk through this life different. With your head high, with fire in your eyes, with steel in your spine, because you know no matter what comes, you're ready, and you're CKWITHABLE. Control your mind or IT controls you. Let's get one thing straight. The most dangerous battlefield is the 6 inches between your ears. The war isn't outside, it's inside, and if you don't learn to control your mind, it will own you. It will dominate your actions, sabotage your progress, and keep you soft when you should be hard, quiet when you should roar, small when you were born to go big. You were not born weak. You were programmed that way, programmed by fear, by doubt, by the soft world around you that tells you it's okay to be average. That voice in your head that tells you you're not enough. You can't do this. Why even try? That voice isn't you. That's the programming, that's the noise, that's the lie. Your job, kill the lie. If your mind is untrained, it's a weapon pointed at you. But if you take control, if you sharpen it, harden it, discipline it, it becomes the most lethal tool on earth. You can have a weak body with a strong mind and still win, but you can't have the strongest body in the world and a weak mind and expect to last. When your alarm clock rings at 4:30 a.m., who wins? The real you, or the voice that wants to hit snooze? When you're gassed out on the last set, body trembling, lungs burning, who do you listen to? The quitter in your head or the savage buried beneath the pain? If you want to be *seek, able, you must become the master of your inner world. You must stop letting thoughts control you and start commanding them. That means calling out your weakness. That means looking in the mirror and being brutally honest. Yeah, I've been soft, I've made excuses. I've let my mind run me, but that ends now. Because here's the truth. Your mind responds to repetition and force. You don't think your way into power. You forge it through action. You prove to your mind that you're the one in control. That starts small. Get up early, do the hard reps. Finish what you start. You don't give yourself options. You don't ask how you feel. You just move. You just grind. The voice inside will scream. It'll try to stop you. That's your old self fighting to survive. Let it die. It's a battle of wills. And every time you override that voice, every time you push through the resistance, you're winning, you're reprogramming, you're deleting weakness and installing discipline. Let me tell you something. Most people never reach their potential because they never rewire the voice. They let their minds act like spoiled brats, emotional, reactive, undisciplined. They wait to feel like it. They give up the moment it gets hard. And then they blame the world for being unfair. But if you train your mind, you stop waiting. You start doing. You take control of your thoughts, your emotions, your attitude. When things fall apart, you don't. When others panic, you breathe. When it all gets dark, you go darker, deeper, stronger. Control isn't about pretending everything's fine. It's about staying locked in when everything's not fine. It's about having a calm mind inside a chaotic storm. That's real power. That's real strength. That's the path to becoming truly *seek. Able, understand this. You will never escape your mind. You take it everywhere, in every workout, every relationship, every mission, every challenge. So you either train it or it trains you to be a slave. No one else can do this for you. You've got to build that fortress brick by brick. Daily discipline, ruthless self-talk, iron belief backed by savage action. Talk to yourself like a warrior. When the voice of fear comes in, shut it down. When the voice of doubt shows up, drown it out with effort. When your old self whispers weakness, scream back with execution. Control your mind, and there's nothing this world can throw at you that will shake you, because you've already faced the loudest enemy and silenced it. You've gone to war with the one person who had the power to ruin your life, and you won. That's when you stop being controlled. That's when you become dangerous. That's when you become UNF*seek with able. Stop seeking approval. You don't need permission to be great if you're waiting for someone to pat you on the back, crown you king, or hand you the green light to go chase your greatness. Wake the hell up. No one's coming. No one's giving you permission. No one's going to beg you to rise. This world doesn't owe you recognition, and greatness doesn't need approval. You either claim your worth, or you die waiting for someone else to see it. Understand this. Most people never unlock their potential because they're too busy begging for validation. They shape their actions around opinions. They live for claps, comments, likes, handshakes, applause. They're addicted to approval, and that addiction is keeping them soft. If one person doubts them, they shrink. If someone criticizes, they fold. One wrong look and their confidence vanishes. You want to be *seek with able. Cut that *T out now. You don't need anyone's permission to go hard. You don't need followers, fans, or praise. You need fire, purpose, vision, relentless drive. You need to be able to move when no one believes in you. When they ignore you, when they laugh at you, you keep showing up. You keep leveling up, not because they said you could, because you decided you would. Real warriors don't ask for respect. They earn it in silence. In the grind, in the dark, while others are posing, you're pushing. While they talk, you do. And the best part, you don't care if they see it, because you're not doing it for them. You're doing it for the person you promised yourself you'd become. Here's a truth most people don't want to hear. Chasing approval makes you a slave. It means your emotions rise and fall based on someone else's opinion. You're giving strangers control over your self-worth. That's weak, that's dangerous, that's not the path to power. What happens when they stop clapping? What happens when they criticize you? You fall apart. If so, you were never built to last, because the journey to greatness is full of doubters, full of haters, full of people who don't see your vision, don't understand your grind, and don't believe in your mission. That's normal, that's expected. Let them doubt you. It's fuel. Let them talk its noise. Let them watch you rise and choke on silence. You don't need their yes. You already gave yourself one. Let them say you're doing too much. You say I'm just getting started. Let them say you've changed. You say damn right, I evolved. Let them say you'll never make it. You say watch me. You become untouchable when you no longer care who's watching, who's talking, who's judging, because you've locked into the mission. You've buried your head in the grind. You've chosen to build in the shadows, knowing that one day the results will be too loud to ignore. Let others chase popularity, you chase mastery. Let them seek comfort, you seek growth. Let them flex for attention, you train in silence. That's how you separate yourself. That's how you break the mold. That's how you become the kind of person they can't ignore. Not because you screamed louder, but because you worked harder, suffered longer, and rose higher. Ask yourself right now, if the world turned its back on you tomorrow, would you still show up? Would you still go hard if nobody noticed? Would you still put in the work, still run the miles, still lift the weight, still chase the dream if nobody clapped for you? Because that's what this takes. Seek. Label doesn't mean popular, it means grounded, rooted, solid, built from the inside out. When your self-worth comes from within, no one can take it from you. No insult breaks you. No praise blinds you. No rejection derails you. The world doesn't owe you anything, but you owe it to yourself to go all in, to go so hard for so long that even if nobody ever believes in you, you still finish the mission. You still do the work. You still walk through the fire, and when it's all said and done, you'll look in the mirror and say, I didn't need anyone to believe in me. I believed in myself. I gave myself permission to be great. That's the mindset of a savage. That's the attitude of the unstoppable. That's how you become UNF Seek with Able. Build discipline. Your freedom lives in routine. Everybody wants freedom. Everybody wants success. Everybody wants the results. But let me hit you with the truth. Freedom isn't found in doing whatever you want. Freedom is earned through relentless discipline. Freedom is the byproduct of routine. It's born out of structure. It lives in the grind you repeat when motivation dies and life punches you in the teeth. You don't become Seek with Able by chance. You don't get there by doing what you feel like doing. You get there by doing what needs to be done over and over, no matter what. Whether it's raining, whether you're tired, whether you're hurting, whether nobody's watching. You show up. You execute, you lock in. That's discipline, and that's where the power lies. Most people are chasing the wrong thing. They're looking for inspiration. They're looking for that spark, that emotional high, that perfect song, the right mood. That's weakness, that's amateur hour. If you only move when you're hyped, you'll never last. Because the truth is, discipline motivation. Every damn time. Discipline means doing the work when it's boring. Discipline means waking up early when you're dead tired. Discipline means saying no to temptations, distractions, and comfort because you said yes to greatness a long time ago. Discipline means you no longer ask, do I feel like it? You ask what needs to get done, and then you Seeking do it. Routine is your armor. Routine is your battlefield. It's the repetition that sharpens your edge. Think about it like this. You don't rise to the occasion. You fall to the level of your training. And if your daily routine is soft, undisciplined, and full of excuses, don't be surprised when you crumble under pressure. But if your days are dialed in with purpose, every rep, every step, every minute accounted for, then nothing shakes you. You become solid, locked in, ruthless. Your routine is where your character is forged, not in the spotlight, not when it's game time, but in the early mornings, in the lonely nights, in the small choices no one sees. That's where you build yourself. That's where you stack wins. That's where you become the kind of person no one can break. Let me tell you something. Freedom doesn't mean doing whatever the hell you want. That kind of freedom is a trap. That freedom leads to weakness, to regret, to being a slave to your impulses. The real kind of freedom, it comes from dominating your day, from knowing that no matter what chaos is around you, you're in control of your effort, your time, your mind. You wake up, you execute your plan, you hit your targets, you don't negotiate with laziness, you don't argue with your feelings, you move, you produce, you stack wins, and when your day is built on that kind of precision, you're free. Because the outside world doesn't run you, your inner standard does. You don't have to think about whether you'll hit the gym. It's non-negotiable. You don't need to wonder if you'll eat clean, study, grind, or train. You've already decided. It's embedded in your routine. It's who you are now, and here's the kicker. When you do this long enough, you start to love the discipline. You start to crave the structure. You realize that the routine you once resisted is now the weapon that makes you unstoppable. The world, it gets noisy, it gets chaotic. People flinch, people quit, but not you. You've got your routine, you've got your system, you've got your discipline. That's why you keep rising. That's why you're calm in the storm. That's why you're not easily distracted, not easily swayed, not easily broken. You built yourself from the inside out, so stop waiting for motivation. Stop hoping things feel right. Get a system. Build your routine. Make it non-negotiable. Make it sacred. Eat, train, learn, grow, execute day in, day out, and when the excuses try to creep in, shut them down. Remind yourself who the hell you are. Because when your life is built on iron discipline, you don't need permission. You don't need perfect conditions. You don't even need energy. You just need a reason, a mission, and once that mission is locked in, nothing can stop you. Discipline is the key. Routine is the road. And when you live like that, your CKWITHABLE, use your pain, turn IT into power. Everybody wants to avoid pain. They run from it like it's a curse. They numb it, ignore it, blame it, or try to bury it under distractions. But here's the truth that separates the weak from the savage. Pain is your greatest F*** king weapon. If you know how to use it, you want to become CKWITHABLE. Stop running from the pain. Turn around, grab it by the throat, and make it your fuel. You weren't meant to stay soft. You weren't built to live in comfort. That suffering you've been through, that trauma, that heartbreak, that rejection, that betrayal, good. That's the fire that forges your armor. That's the scar tissue that makes you bulletproof. See, most people let pain break them. They become victims. They sit in the hurt and they let it define them. They tell their story over and over like a badge of helplessness. But warriors, they take that same pain and they alchemize it into strength. They build from it, they rise from it. They channel it into their purpose. They sharpen it into a blade and cut through everything in their way. That pain you went through, it gave you something no classroom, no book, no coach ever could: perspective and grit. It taught you survival. It taught you how deep your tank goes. It showed you that rock bottom doesn't mean the end, it's just the F***ing beginning. You've been hurt, good. That means you're human. That means you've lived, but you don't get to stay there. The pain is a teacher. Learn the lesson, then move. Don't wallow in the dark. Don't pray for an easier path. Instead, get stronger, get harder. Let the pain carve you into someone who can walk through hell and come out swinging. Pain is the ultimate mirror. It shows you who you really are when you're broken, bleeding, and alone. That's when the truth surfaces. That's when your excuses die. That's when your weakness gets exposed. But it's also when you find your real power. No one escapes this life without scars. The difference is what you do with yours. Will you let them define you? Or will you let them refine you? You want to build mental toughness. You want to be truly dangerous. Use your pain, dig into it, revisit it, feel it fully, and then get up and go train harder, run further, work longer, be more relentless than ever before. Every rep fueled by the pain, every early morning powered by the memory, Every discipline driven by the rage of what you've endured. The people who rise to the top aren't the ones who avoided the storm. They're the ones who became the storm. They've been through war, and now they carry that war inside them. They use the pain as armor, as fuel, as focus. That's how you become CKWITHABLE. You take what was meant to destroy you, and you make it your launch pad. You don't need a perfect life. You don't need a clean past. You need a reason. You need something that burns in your gut so deep that nothing can smother it. Use the rejection. Use the failure. Use the humiliation. Use every damn thing they said you'd never be. Let it cook inside you until it becomes a fire that never dies. There is no growth without struggle, no strength without suffering, no power without pain. So stop wishing it didn't happen, stop hoping for easier days, embrace the pain and build with it, because when pain no longer controls you, when it becomes your fuel, nobody can use it against you, the world can't shame you. Failure can't stop you, setbacks can't shake you, you're already familiar with the fire, and you choose to walk through it. You turn pain into preparation, you turn scars into strategy, you turn loss into fuel. And that's when people look at you and wonder, how the hell is he still going? They don't realize you became the kind of person pain couldn't break. You are forged by it, refined by it, driven by it. And no matter what life throws at you next, it's just more weight on the bar. You're built to lift it. You're built to rise because you didn't run from the pain. You didn't get consumed by it. You owned it. And that's why you're UNF CKWITHABLE. You build IT brick by brick. Look around. This world is full of noise, opinions, distractions, weakness, excuses. Everyone wants to be seen, but no one wants to do the real work. Everyone wants the crown, but no one wants the scars. But you're different. Because now you know what it takes to be UNF CKWITHABLE. You know it doesn't come from talent, luck, or some magic moment. It comes from daily war. It comes from suffering with purpose. It comes from choosing to rise every single time you get knocked down. You built it in the early mornings when your body begged for sleep, but you rose anyway. You built it when your mind screamed for comfort, but you answered with pain. You built it in silence when no one was clapping, no one believed, no one cared. You built it brick by brick, in discipline, in discomfort, in absolute mental chaos. And now, you don't break, you don't fold, you don't run, you stand. You're the storm now. You're the force that doesn't flinch, doesn't waver, doesn't beg for approval. You don't need permission. You don't need validation. You don't even need motivation. You are locked in. You are grounded in fire. You are immune to the noise, immune to weakness, immune to doubt. You're not just strong. You're CKWITHABLE. So from this day forward, no more apologies. No more shrinking, no more softness. You rise, you grind, you conquer, and if life dares to knock again, let it in. You're built for war.